Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. What to do when you win the Mega Millions jackpot. Mega Millions in the news up to 1.15 billion. So that's $1,150,000,000. Even above number one. Don't tell people you won the lottery that don't need to know. Here's the things you should do. Number one, get yourself a lawyer. Number two, have that lawyer either set up a trust fund or a club or a LLC so that way you can collect it anonymously so people don't know that you won. Think before you spend is number three. Don't go out buying stuff. Don't go out buy a Lamborghini when the neighborhood you live in, the most expensive thing is either your car or maybe the neighbor's car and they got a truck that's worth $80,000 or maybe a Corvette worth close to 100. You can't go out and buy a $800,000 Lamborghini and think people ain't gonna notice. So think before you spend. Number three. Number four, get your legal team and financial team together. Very important that you do that. They'll help you and protect you, and sometimes even help you protect yourself from yourself. Number five, it goes back to don't go spending money. Don't go splurging and spending money. Number six, invest money. And trust me, you are not skilled in investing because if you were, you would make a living off of it. Do you make a living off of investment? Do you have any kind of investments that you make a living off of? If the answer is no, don't think you're an investment genius. Don't think you're the next Warren Buffett. Because this is very important. 75% of lottery winners go broke within 5 years. And then after that, the number increases of the percentage as the years go on, people start to go broke after winning the lottery. So do not think that you know what you're doing with investments. That's a part of putting the team together. The other thing is don't go quit your job yet. Especially if you live in a small town or a small city and everyone's trying to figure out who won. It's another thing. You don't want people to know you won. Don't tell people you won the lottery that don't need to know. Number eight, pay off all your debts. Now, it depends. There's a situation where paying off all your debts might not be your best bet. If you don't win this jackpot, but you win $1 million, but you have a mortgage and you have car payments and maybe you got a kid in college, then paying off your mortgage might not be the idea. So you win $1 million after taxes, and then if your state has state taxes, close to $500,000 somewhere in there, and let's say your mortgage is like 250, and you got two cars or maybe three cars, and depending what your bills are, it might not be wise to pay off your mortgage. It might be wiser for you to take that money, pay off your cars, and maybe you need a new roof on the house. Maybe you need a new car, or maybe you need two new cars because both your cars are very old and you're almost done paying them off. So your better bet would be get the new roof, pay off the cars, get a new car for you and your wife. That would be the wiser decision. But now if you won the jackpot, yeah, a good idea would be to pay off your debts, all your debts. Just once you relieve that stress, that can be one of the largest stress inducers is debt. There's other situations and family problems and health issues. That could be one of the larger ones. Number nine, get yourself medically checked out, head to toe. When you get the money in, start going to see doctors and dentists. Take care of your health. You'd be surprised when you relieve the stress of your debt, you'll start maybe even noticing things that, oh, that doesn't seem right. Oh, I remember I hurt my back a while ago. Or, oh, I remember that time I fell down and hit my knee. Running on fumes and you don't realize the damage you might be doing to your body. Get a full medical workup from doctors, dentists, health checks. Uh, find out if you're allergic to anything. So that's number nine. Number 10, now you got to choose, do you want a lump sum or do you want to get paid in annuity payments? This is important. If you want a lump sum, that's a massive amount of money. Depending on your age, if you're maybe 30 years or older, I might suggest this is a suggestion you get a lump sum. But if you're under 30, you take the annuity payments. The reason for that is because those payments can go to a family member that if you do pass away for some reason, hey, people die in car accidents all the time. It's not a fear mongering thing, but if you set it up and then your annuity payments can go to a family member to have those payments. But lump sum if you're maybe past 30 because it's better for you to take the jackpot. Number 11, protect your assets. That goes back to get your legal team and financial team together. If you put this in a trust or a club, that helps protect your assets from people suing you. Number 12, charity work. Charity work is pretty important. I know some people are like, oh, I'd like to do this, this, and that. I want to give all this money to here, give this money to this church, give money to this homeless shelter, give money to this medical fund, give money. Charity work is important. Start off small. You have, let's say, 10% to charity, different charities. Don't go and give the full 10% out, boom, in 1 year. First of all, you don't get tax credits for that. And then if you start making money off your investments that you have set up properly, it's better to give over time. And then you might find out things about certain charities you don't like. You'd be surprised how many charities use a large chunk of the money to run the operation. Give slowly, investigate the charities over time. Number 14, again, I cannot stress this enough. Do not tell anyone that doesn't need to know about the lottery. Plain and simple. Number 15, take a trip. Go somewhere. Take a vacation. When everything's set up, bills are paid off, things are taken care of, go take a trip. When was the last time you took a trip? 16, don't change too much. The lottery can change you very drastically. Just like about 75% of the people that win the lottery go broke in under 4 to 5 years, and then that number increases over time. There's been many jackpot winners that go broke. And just to give you an example, there was the man who won like half a billion, and then him and his family were living a lavish lifestyle. He was buying furniture that was 25,000, 50,000, 100,000 for just these unique dressers and desks of items and sports cars. And what made it worse is he bought sports cars that he liked. There's nothing wrong with that, but he bought so many of them. And then he bought cars that were hard to maintain and hard to keep up. Your best bet if you want to get a sports car, get a Porsche Turbo S. It can do everything most of the other sports cars can do within that price range that you can legally do on the road. Number 16, don't go changing too much. If you weren't doing a whole bunch of stuff that you weren't doing before, like, oh, I want to become a race car driver, don't go buy a Porsche GT3 or Ferrari race car. Buy You have Honda has a racing series with their Honda Civic. You got the Mazda Miata. Learn to drive in those cars. They're very inexpensive. A GT3, if you crash and get some minor damage in the front, can cost you close to half the cost of either the Honda or the Mazda Miata racing car. So don't go buying, a bunch of houses around the world. All those houses have to be maintained. They have to be cleaned. They have to have the upkeep. 17, educate yourself. Learn about investing. Don't think you're going to become an investor. Like I said before, if you're not making a living off of investment right now, you're not going to become an investor, but you want to learn about it. You want to learn about things. You want to get your education. And this is important, a part of educating yourself. You can do way worse with lottery winnings than you were just working. And the reason why I said don't quit your job is you don't want to quit your job because you don't want people to find out. But you can go broke in less than 5 years, or even worse, be in debt and still owe money afterwards. And then certain things, you don't want to claim bankruptcy. You just won the lottery. This is life changing. Get your stuff together. And again, number 18, don't tell anyone you won the lottery.